The night Jesus was born in Bethlehem seemed quiet and ordinary to most of the world. But far away, something extraordinary was happening in the skies. In distant eastern lands, a group of wise men scholars who studied the stars noticed a strange and brilliant light appearing in the heavens. This was no ordinary star. For generations, these wise men had studied ancient writings and prophecies. They believed that this star signaled the birth of a great king, a king unlike any other. Determined to find this child, the wise men began a long and difficult journey. They traveled across deserts and mountains, following the mysterious star that moved slowly across the sky. Their journey eventually led them to the city of Jerusalem. There they asked a question that would disturb the entire region. Where is the one who has been born King of the Jews? We saw his star when it rose and have come to worship him. When this question reached the ears of King Herod, the ruler of Judea, he was deeply troubled. Herod was known for his cruelty and his obsession with power. The thought of another king rising in his territory filled him with fear. He quickly called together the chief priests and teachers of the law. He demanded to know where the Messiah was supposed to be born. They answered him by quoting the ancient prophecy, "The Messiah will be born in Bethlehem, in the land of Judah." Hearing this, Herod secretly summoned the wise men. Pretending to be interested in honoring the child, he asked them to search carefully for the baby. "When you find him," Herod said, "come back and tell me, so that I too may go and worship him." But his true intentions were dark. Herod had no desire to worship the child. He wanted to eliminate any threat to his throne. The wise men continued their journey, once again following the star. Then something incredible happened. The star stopped directly over the place where the child was. Filled with joy, the wise men entered the house where Mary and Joseph were staying. There they saw the child Jesus. They bowed down and worshipped him. Then they opened their treasures and presented gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Gold symbolized kingship. Frankincense represented divinity, and myrrh foreshadowed suffering and sacrifice. That night, the wise men received a warning in a dream. God told them not to return to King Herod, so they left for their homeland by another route. Meanwhile, Joseph also received a message in a dream. An angel appeared and spoke urgently. "Get up," the angel said. "Take the child and his mother and escape to Egypt. Herod is going to search for the child to kill him." Joseph immediately obeyed in the darkness of night. He took Mary and the young Jesus and began the long journey to Egypt. They became refugees in a foreign land. Back in Bethlehem, Herod soon realized that the wise men had not returned. Furious and paranoid, he gave a horrifying order. All boys in Bethlehem who were 2 years old or younger were to be killed. It was a tragic moment in history, but Jesus had already escaped. For a time, the family remained safely in Egypt. Then one day, Joseph once again received a dream. The angel appeared and spoke. "Get up," the angel said. "Take the child and his mother and go back to the land of Israel. Those who were trying to kill the child are dead." Joseph obeyed. He'd brought his family back to Israel. But instead of returning to Bethlehem, they settled in a small and quiet town called Nazareth. And so Jesus grew up in Nazareth. Little is written about his childhood years, but the scriptures tell us something important. Jesus grew in wisdom. He grew in strength. and he grew in favor with God and with people. Joseph worked as a carpenter, and it is believed that Jesus learned this trade from him. He lived a simple life, a quiet life, yet something extraordinary was unfolding within him. Years passed. The child who had been born in a stable, the child who had escaped a king's wrath, was growing into the man who would soon change the world. But before that moment came, there was one event during his childhood that revealed a glimpse of who he truly was. It happened when Jesus was 12 years old. His family traveled to Jerusalem to celebrate the Passover festival. Thousands of people filled the city. After the celebration ended, Mary and Joseph began their journey home. But somewhere along the way they realized something terrifying. Jesus was missing. Thinking he was traveling with relatives, they searched among the group, but he was nowhere to be found. Panic filled their hearts. They rushed back to Jerusalem, searching desperately for their son. For 3 long days they looked everywhere. Finally, they found him in the temple. He was sitting among the teachers, listening, asking questions, and astonishing them with his understanding. Everyone who heard him was amazed at his wisdom. Mary rushed to him and said, "Son, why have you treated us like this? Your father and I have been anxiously searching for you." Jesus looked at them and calmly replied, "Why were you searching for me? Didn't you know I had to be in my Father's house?" His parents did not fully understand what he meant, but they knew something special about this child. After this, Jesus returned with them to Nazareth, and once again the years passed quietly. But the time was approaching. Soon the world would hear the voice of Jesus. Soon miracles would begin. Soon the greatest story ever told would truly unfold.